Well, today we are on the hunt for some meteorites on a dry lake bed. So we're heading out there now. It's about 7:30 in the morning. Got about another 45 minutes before we get there. I've hunted this lake before. I've found some. There's nothing really big. It's small meteorites, but it's still fun. So we'll take you along and we'll keep going. And I'll show you when we get there. Here is the original Del Taco. Right there. Pretty cool. It was, I mean, so you say this is the original Del Taco. It was a couple blocks down the road, but this is the first one. And they've since, revamped this one on this piece of property. Pretty cool. Always wanted to head up in those hills over there. I think there's some fossil hunting over there. Haven't went up that way, but it's every time I go by it, I'm like, I need to get out there and check it out. One of these days. All right, you probably can't see because the sun is just coming up, but the dry lake bed is right out there. I'll stick you out the window. All right, we are almost down the dirt road and we are getting ready to get on the dry lake bed. Again, can't see it very good. I'm driving directly into the sun. Well, that would be directly. I'm gonna head over. I got like 3 spots I want to try. So I'm gonna head over in this direction first, then a little bit over there, and then a little bit way over there. We'll see if we can't find some meteorites. Should be a nice day. It is 34 degrees. What time is it? 8 o'clock in the morning. So we'll have a good full day. Ain't supposed to get too warm. Only I think, I forget what it said, 57 is the high. So let me get, I do have my GPS. I'll just try to do it by memory. I haven't been here in years, man. I mean, what's that rock right there? Okay, hold on. Oh, I get excited, man. And I'm sure it's just a piece of basalt. But when you see something that big, like I said, these aren't very big meteorites on this dry lake bed. They're pretty small, 50-cent piece and smaller. But when you see something like that, I don't know if you could see it. You got to stop and go look. And what is it going to be? It's going to be a piece of rubber. Not a meteorite. But see how everything's really nice and smooth out here because it gets a lot of wind. All right, I need to get out there. Hey, there's some more here. Man, I probably haven't been out here in at least 5 years. And what's nice about this lake bed, and all dry lake beds, I'm assuming, this is an assumption, you know what happens when you assume, but the meteorites just kind of keep popping up, they get sucked in a little bit, then you get a certain amount of weather, a certain amount of rain, a certain amount of wind, and they kind of pop up out of the, it ain't soil, whatever it is, the dry lake here. But and I shouldn't be hunting towards the sun. I should be hunting away from the sun. That helps a lot because you can see little rocks, bigger rocks, but you can't see the little rocks. And you turn around this way, camera's probably not doing it justice, but you can see a lot more rocks. Anyways, let's get back to the truck and get somewhere where I know I found some before, and hopefully we can find some. I'm already in hunting mode, man. Ooh, I gotta get my jacket on. It's cold. Well, I'm an idiot. I brought my electric bike and yeah, battery. Left it at home. Wife just texted me and said, hate to say this, babe, but you left your battery plugged into the wall. Like, oh man. Oh well, we can still ride it. It's still a bike, so that's cool. So I'm going to hunt here for a while. I haven't even taken out my GPS. Sometimes I don't do that because, when you find something and you mark it on your GPS and then you go right back to that exact spot and start looking again. So I want to kind of branch out. I haven't been here, like I said, probably 5 years. But I know I'm kind of in an area where I have found stuff and other people have found stuff because I find these little piles. So I'm not sure who did this, but it's all the rocks are gathered. And then if you look over there, there's another pile. It's a pile way over there. It's a pile way over there. So I heard it was hunters. I've heard it was people, I don't know. Another pile right there. So I always look at the pile of rocks just in case it wasn't hunters that made it, meteorite hunters that is, and see if there's happens to be a meteorite sitting in there. But I have never found a meteorite in the pile. So basically out here, what me and a lot of my buddies have found out here are they're brown. They're kind of like this brown. We kind of coined it a turd brown. So that is not one. It's just not the right brown. Obviously, it's just not a meteorite, but that's kind of what you're looking for. I've also found the blackish looking ones with a little bit of rust popping through. I never found a nickel iron out here. So it's all chondrites, stonies. So let's get at it. Get my cane out with my magnet. Frick, hopefully I brought that. Yeah, I know I did. Yep. Got the magnet on the old pick. I love how quiet it is out here. Love it. So basically what I do is I got an old ski pole. I put a bunch of electrical tape down it because when I slid my hand, it was getting all black. I got a magnet on top of it. I just got put a little piece of sheet metal and super glued it on. I've used this thing for 15 years probably. Put the sun at your back. Right now the sun's pretty low because it's morning time, and just look for rocks on the dry lake bed that might look like a meteorite. And what I do is, like, I see that rock, I know it's not one, but I'm still gonna touch it with my magnet. If it don't come out, give it a little kick. If it ain't sticking, moving on. Now there's some meteorites that won't stick, but that's why you're also visually looking, right? So you're trying to use everything you can. Visually, what does it look like? If it sticks, that's good. But some rocks out here stick, you know. Some can be an L chondrite, which is low nickel iron, so they don't stick as good. Some can be H's, which stick really well. So doesn't mean that if the rock sticks to your magnet that it's a meteorite, but you know, maybe half the battle. So this is it. I mean, you just get out here and walk and touch rocks. It's the only way I know how to do it, because you can't really metal detect out here because there's so many minerals in this dry lake bed that just sets the metal detector off. And even if you do find a nice quiet spot on the ground that you could detect, I can hunt so much farther with my eye. You know, depending on what size coil I have, I can still hunt way more area with my eye. So it's just as how you know, it's just like when you're finding gold. How much can you run through your dry washer? You know, yeah, you can go out there and pan and find gold, but I can run bucket after bucket after bucket in the dry washer and nope. More material, better chance of finding more gold. Searching with your eyes and training your eyes what to look for, running over there and touch it, I can cover way more ground than swinging a coil right now. So that's what I do. I don't know if it's the best thing, but that's my thought. It's worked for me. Let's see if we can't find something. So I got one here. It's only been about 15 minutes that piqued my interest. I can't tell, but I didn't want to pull it out of the ground before I, you know, wanted it in situ. But I don't know if it is or isn't. It looks promising, but let's see. Bam. On the board, baby. Oh, yes. Yes. 20 minutes and I'm on the board. Haven't been out here in 5 to 6, 7 years, I think. Oh, I knew that looked good. And I saw it from a distance, man. That's the turd brown I'm talking about right there. How awesome is that? So you can see right where it was sitting. We'll put it back. Show you what we did. Stick my thing in the ground. So I was back. I was going around these little washouts because I'm figuring, okay, water's moving here, right? So I was kind of just skirting these around. And I was about right there. I don't know if you probably can't see it. I can't zoom in with this GoPro. But, and I got the sun at my back. I can't even look at the screen. But it's sitting right there. So I walked up to it. Don't know if you can see it. But I'm like, that looks good. That looks like the turd brown I'm talking about. I went up to it and I'm like, oh, I think that's one. You know, and you get excited. Everything's one when you get out of the truck. You only been here less than a half an hour. So, got down. I'm looking at it. I'm like, I think that's one. Oh, awesome, awesome, awesome. So that's what you do, guys. Now, probably what you should do in this aspect now is just get in the truck and go home, because I'll spend the rest of a day and a half and not find another one. But man, oh man, on the board, got one right there. Come over, touch it, bam. See that? See how high it jumped? Hold on, I can't see the... Am I in frame there? There we go. On the board. How awesome is that? Oh, yes. So, there's got to be some more around here, but that is just awesome. Look at that. That is definitely one. I have found a lot of these about that size, a little bit bigger and a little bit smaller. Got a little bit of weight to it. Oh, pumped, man. I can't believe I already found one. Yes. You can see the little rust spots in there. I don't even have to loop it. I know it's one. So we are on the board. Right there. Woohoo! Awesome. Well, we ain't getting skunked. So now, my truck's way over yonder. I need to I probably should go get my GPS and mark this so I know that I found one here. I think I shall do that. I'll leave that right there on there, so I know where it was. Guys, that's unreal. Less than a half an hour and I'm already on the board. This might turn out to be an awesome trip, or that sometimes it's like, I've been out here, me and my buddy, when it was 113 degrees, and we spent all day and didn't find nothing. So to come out here and find one in less than a half an hour is huge. And just a random spot. I didn't even, like I said before, when I was filming, I didn't even put my GPS out. I didn't go to a spot that I've already found one before. Oh, what's that? Squirrel. Nah. Nope. So you could see how that looks good from a distance, but once you get up to it, that's not one. That's a piece of basalt. But man, that is awesome. And I was just kind of shocked, like, when I saw it, I'm like, it can't be. I've only been out here like 25 minutes. I'm only that far away from the truck. Usually, man, when we get here, I'm alone today. My buddy couldn't come. But usually you can barely make out the truck. I mean, he'll go that way. I'll go that way. Man, oh man, I'm pumped. Can't believe I already found one. All right, so wait. Nope. Get back to the truck. Come over here with the GPS and mark it. I think it's in my truck. I might have left that at home too, for crying out loud. But yeah, right there. Boom. Well, wouldn't you know it, the batteries in my GPS exploded, so it won't come on. I'll dig in the truck, see if I find some more, but for right now I just got this big rock. I'm gonna stick it right here to mark it. That way I know where it's at, and I'll GPS it if I can find some batteries. Should be able to see that from a distance. So yeah, I'm pumped right now. I want to keep after it, so see if we can find some more. Okay, so I spent another good 20-25 minutes or so hunting around, you know, right where that rock is, where I found my first one. And nothing. I did find some ones that stick. I'll show you here in a second. They don't stick very well. Okay, so my battery just died. Had to go back to the truck and get another battery. So I think what I was saying, it's been a while because a guy pulled up in a truck and we talked for a while. Seemed like a cool guy. Lives over here actually by those trees. Anyways, I hunted that for another good 25, half an hour, whatever, around that area. Didn't find nothing. So I'm moving on. Got to stick and move out here. I did just found this one, and I can't find my loop. This one's got some pretty good pull, but I don't like how the backside looks. And of course, I didn't bring my loop either. So I'll take that back to the truck and clean it up with some water, and we'll look at it. But you can see it's got some stick to it, but not like the other one that I know is a meteorite. And I picked up a couple more that have like a little bit of stick to them, but not quite, you know. Probably can't tell on camera, and in the real world you can really feel the difference. But anyways, this one's I don't think so. Pretty sure it's not, but we'll clean it up. And I can't loop it. I forgot my loop. But anyways, okay, I got a suspect one right here. I can't feel if it's sticking. I don't think it is. No, I don't think it is one. But I mean, it looks, probably to you guys on the camera there, it probably looks exactly the same. But let's see if it is or isn't. Ah, dang it, it isn't one. Oh well. And I know what you guys are probably thinking. That looks exactly like the other one. Well, it looks pretty close, but as you can see, there's no stick at all. Watch. Oop. So that's a meteorite, which I'm sure you guys have probably heard. Leave it right there. So even though I forgot my battery, what's nice about this one is still a mountain bike, so I can go cruise around and look. So haven't found anything since that first one. So now I'm just going to go look for a little bit bigger ones. I got my magnet right here, and just go look around. Plus, I need the exercise anyways. Not one. So one thing to note when you're on a bike, you have to make judgment calls really quick. So it's probably best if you're new at it to just stay on foot, that way you can touch everything. But on a bike, you gotta you know, you're not going to stop 1,000 times, or what's the point of being on a bike? So pretty much when you're on the bike, I'm looking for something bigger, and I'm making a call pretty quick just by eye, you know, like nope, nope, nope. Then if you're all like maybe, you got to stop and look at it, or at least get out and touch it with the magnet. But so that's what you got to do when you're on a bike. But you can cover a lot more ground too. So since I've already got one, feeling pretty good about it, that, you know, I'm not skunked, I can go after a little bit bigger one now. But there's not, I've never really found any big ones. Sorry about that. Never found a bigger one out here, really. I've heard of a big one being found out there on the shoreline. I never saw it, I just heard, and you know how that is. He caught the biggest fish, obviously. All right, it's now 11 o'clock. Been hunting for about 3 hours. Haven't found anything since that first one. All these did stick, so, but I'm pretty sure none of them are. That one's got me a little, like maybe, no, that one I had a little bit of hopes for, but I don't think so. But, oh, and a 30 cal chain loop, probably from Patton. But, well, yeah, it sticks real good when you stick it to the metal of the truck bed. But none of them really stick like, you know, good. They all, like, can fall off type of deal. See that one? I don't think so. That one? I don't know. Looks like basalt though. But stupid me without a loop. Can't be sure, so I'll take them home, loop them, and if I got any questions, I'll just put a little cut in there or just sand it and see if I can see any chondrules or nickel iron. So I think, you know, I found that one way, you can't see the marker, but way over there. I'm going to eat some lunch, and then I think we're going to go up towards the swamp. So right up there, there's some water in the middle of the dry lake bed. It's just hard when you find one, you don't want to leave that spot. But again, I found them from here all the way over there, and they look to be the same meteorite. So I know what you're saying, Mike. How do you keep that physique that you have? That big old belly cantilevering over your belt. Well, for lunch, we have pastrami sandwich, some chips, and a caffeine drink. And I don't get out here and exercise enough. Not that this is bad eating, it's not great eating, but it's delicious. Well, this will probably wrap up the video. I got a flat tire. So I got a spare, but I don't like being out like this and just have the spare and be on the spare, because if another tire goes flat, I'm done. And you can see right there, screw. Oh boy, that's a bummer. What do? I guess put the spare on and maybe run into Barstow and see if no one will probably plug that because it's so close to the side. I have a plug kit. I could probably plug it myself. Maybe I'll try that. Yeah, let's see what we can do here. Yeah, I don't think no one will patch that. They'll probably say you have to have a new tire. I have a little thing to air it up if it still works. Haven't used it in a while. Hopefully she still works. Get ready to shove this in there. That's a bummer. Whew. Boy. Here goes nothing. Okay, got it in. Don't know if it's leaking or not. Don't have any soapy water. Got water, but no soapy water. Huh. Okay, I'm gonna spit on it. Look away. Yeah, it's still leaking. See the bubbles? Well, crap. Guess what I'm gonna do, see if I can air it up and get back in the bar still. Frickin' screw, man. Screwed me. All right, there's Barstow. We have a tire shop that's open. Hopefully they can patch it. I'm assuming they're gonna say it's too close to the sidewall and they can't, which means I'll need a whole new tire. And what's the odds of them having the tire that I need? I always think negative like that, but we'll find out. So, all right, well, as I figured, could not get it patched, too close to the sidewall, but they did have a new tire. So $291 later, we are back on the road. And we'll get out there and see if we can find a real expensive meteorite. Hey, that's just life though, right? I mean, sometimes you're gonna get screwed. In your tire, that is. Dirty minds. All right, got a new tire. We're back on the dry lake bed. Oh boy, it's all part of the adventure, right? So it's starting to cloud up, which ain't too bad because I can walk in any direction I want now. So I got closer to the, we call it the swamp area. I might ride the bike over there, but I only got, what's it, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, about 2.5 hours left to hunt. And I've only found that one, but we'll get back at it. We're on the bike and we're gonna pedal over. Nope, that's not one. Kind of made it over to the swamp area. What is that? Don't know. But see how much it changes over here, and there's actually standing water. Which is, I've been, like I said, I've been out here 110, 120 degrees, and there's water over here. Pretty neat. Be out in the middle of nowhere in the desert. There's just water. And it gets real squishy. I think over here where there's more bushes, there's like a lot more water. Let's go check it out. You can see people drive in here. Man, I don't know why you try to drive in here. Guess they're having fun, but I definitely get stuck. You can see pieces of wood, plywood, where people have tried to get themselves out. Yeah, this is just all, it's like walking on snow. I mean, I would not drive out here. People definitely have, but isn't that cool? You're on a dry lake bed and it's not so dry over here. And it's not just because of recent rains, it's always wet. I'm sure this more wet at certain times of the year, but I've never not seen water when I come out here. Look how white, like it's snow. Yeah, it snowed out here. Got about 2 feet of snow on the ground. I don't know if I'll be able to. It's pretty cool how it's growing. I don't know what that is, sodium chloride. I don't know what's coming out of the. I know they mine it. There's some bullets, some brass bullets. Eating away. You know what's brass, so melt. I'm gonna take them. All right, well, it's not meteoritic, but it's brass. I'll take it. Not what I came out here for, though. I got brass in my pocket. All right, let's see if we can get over there. Another one. I think it's gonna get too muddy. Oh, yep. Squishy, squishy. Another piece of brass. All right, well, that's as close as we can get. Like I said, I think there's more water in there, but well, sun's getting ready to go down. Been a long day. Haven't found anything else. Like I said in the beginning there, probably should have gotten the truck and went home, but this is what it's all about, getting out here, walking around, hunting, coming over obstacles. You know, you get a flat tire, you just get it fixed, get it done. So I'm gonna spend the night out here, get up in the morning and hit it a little bit more. I came across this, look at this still water sitting here. Well guys, that's it. I'm heading out. It is so windy. It's got to be blowing 40 miles an hour. I mean, my truck was just rocking. It's like, there's no way I'm going to be able to sleep out here tonight. So, fortunately, not hunting tomorrow, but anyways, we found one. Had a good time, got out there. Thanks for watching.